Hello and welcome into Tough Gaming, guys. So back on another new game. I haven't played this in such a long time, but this is the newest game of the franchise, and it's Age of Empires. Really good game, love it. But like I said, I haven't been on here for such a long time, so going back on a tutorial might be helpful for you guys and definitely going to be helpful for me. So as you can see, it's the newest one out. So yeah, let's have a look, guys. 2 subscribers asked about this. They want to see a gameplay on it or have a look at it. So let's give it a go, guys. So like I said, I'll do the tutorial first and see how it goes. So yeah, grab a drink, grab some snacks, and sit back because this is going to be a long one, guys. Because yeah, it's like nearly an hour long, I think, this video in the end, but I will try and cut it out as much as I can without missing too much again, but I will try. Right, here we go. First tutorial.
Before Guillaume could join with his liege's army, he needed to gather his own men and organize them into fighting order. To do this, he first needed to get a lay of the land. A collection of large rocks caught Guillaume's eye. Wary of hidden threats, he decided to investigate. Guillaume discovered a recently abandoned camp. A closer look would determine which direction the men went. Happy knowing that his men were nearby, Guillaume refocused his attention. Guillaume set off in search of his men, scouting the surroundings as he moved.
Obéir est vertus. Unur est guerrier.
With each gallop of his horse's hooves, more of Guillaume's land was revealed to him.
So as you can see, it's all about getting the cameras sorted now, so showing you camera movements, the fog cloud they call it, I think, when it's all in darkness. So I speeded this bit up a little bit, guys, so yeah, let's see how it goes.
Guillaume had found his spearmen. However, they would need to be organized and prepared for battle, after which he could continue searching for the rest of his forces.
So as you can see, that was more about the camera movements more than anything, I think. I'm showing you like buttons, and it's going to be like that all the way now probably, just expanding as we go. Right then, there's the list of all the next key lessons.
With his spearmen found, Guillaume was one step closer to reclaiming his dukedom. First, he would need to organize them under his command. Only then could he continue his search for the rest of his forces. He gathered his spearmen and coordinated them into proper rank and file. Guillaume knew that his men would need to follow his every command in the coming battle, and so he assigned them as a group under his control.
Yeah, so like I said, I have played this before, but yeah, it's just remembering the buttons. I haven't played it for so long. But yeah, it is a really good game, especially if you're really into like historical events and stuff. Because yeah, they do narrative at the beginning of like the campaigns later on. There's really good cutscenes and tells you the full story. But as you can see, they were heading up to Hastings, the Battle of 1066, if you haven't worked it out already, guys. But yeah, once I remember all the buttons, I'll be a lot quicker as well. But yeah, it takes time.
Guillaume's spearmen were now a respectable fighting unit. It was time to march on in search of more reinforcements.
Leggere chose est vert ce que dei. Dan seith vostre command.
Guillaume's cousin and treacherous rebel Guy de Bourgogne had erected a wooden palisade along the path in an attempt to halt Guillaume's progress. However, this was no problem for his spearmen, who destroyed it with ease. An enemy patrol had been scouting the area. Guillaume knew that his spearmen were the perfect counter and saw this as an opportunity to test their mettle. With his spearmen now proven in battle, Guillaume and his men moved on.
Obeir est vertu. Urge bautun.
Navos mandemans.
Ban seiets bourbon sets de vos armes. Allons!
A group of enemy archers blocked Guillaume's path. He knew their long range would give them a distinct advantage over his spearmen. As luck would have it, a regiment of his loyal horsemen had been spotted close by. Guillaume once again proved he was a shrewd tactician. He knew his horsemen had the speed to run down and defeat the much slower archers. With his horsemen now battle-hardened, Guillaume focused on locating his own regiment of archers.
So as we're playing, we're sort of understanding the units as well. What they're good against, other units and things like that. So yeah, this is another key feature I like about these games. They're sort of telling you what units are good to counteract against other units, if that makes sense. So yes, it's really good. I do like all the aspects about this game, to be honest. There is a bit of economic building and money and stuff, but yeah, nothing to worry about straight away. But yeah, I'm not too good at that part of it, but it's pretty straightforward.
Guillaume found his archers hidden within a quiet village. They reported that a group of enemy spearmen were on their way to secure the area. Guillaume noticed the hill nearby and knew it would be a perfect spot for an ambush.
Yeah, it makes sense being up on top of there with the archers, so yeah, like I said, it's good tactics as well. But like I said, if you're a historical nut, then yeah, you'd know these things anyway. So same again, I did get a little bit confused here, because I thought I might have been able to put my other soldiers up on top with the archers just to cover them, just in case. But that wasn't the case. They solved the problem themselves, to be honest.
Guillaume's plan once again proved true. His archers shot down the enemy spearmen from their strategic position. With his forces now gathered under his command, Guillaume prepared to rendezvous with his ally, King Henri I of France.
It's okay, I still go a little bit mind dumb sometimes, like now. It's even pointing where to go and what to do. And yeah, I had a bit of a brain freeze. I couldn't work it out for a couple of seconds. Right, okay. So yeah, there's a little bit of a village here or something by the look of it. So yeah, I thought it might have been able to hit them with my archers if there was anything there. But the same as always, these type of games, it could be, I don't know whether it's going to happen obviously in the tutorial, but like wood edges and stuff like that, you usually get ambushes come out on you and things like that. So later on in the game, yeah, it's nice to go around the edges of a village first, just in case. Because sometimes they are hidden in the woods and stuff. But these guys just held this village out, no problem now. Pretty quick, to be honest. As you can see, some of them got flames, as in like torches. And they burn villages down pretty quick.
Now bolstered by his liege's forces, Guillaume marched to battle.
La Dieu merci. Honor e forza.
The time had finally come. Guy and his rebel army stood in open defiance against the combined forces of Guillaume and King Henri. Guillaume had mastered numerous skills, and now it was time to put those skills to the test.
Dan safe vostre commande. La Dieu merci. Pour André.
Henri had granted Guillaume the right to initiate the attack, and on his order, the fight for his dukedom would begin.
Dan safe vostre
Right, so when it comes to this, I like to get a little bit tactical if I get time and I can. So we know horses are good against archers, so we move them round now. See if we can get
It was
behind them.
during this battle that Guillaume first
Here we go,
demonstrated
guys.
his
First
prowess
attack.
as a warrior of Viking descent.
Right,
He
might be a little bit far
single-handedly
behind.
turned the tide of
Horses,
battle
spearmen,
and inspired his men
and
to
then the
victory.
archers can come in and thin them out if we can. And then we'll thin the spearmen out if we get enough time. So yeah, it's pretty tactical sometimes, but in the heat of the moment, yeah, you brain fart and I just panic. But yeah, it's working out okay as you can see so far. Pretty straightforward. Like I said, it's only a tutorial, so yeah, it's going to be pretty easy.
With his forces depleted, Guy de Brion was utterly defeated and fled. It was said that the dead were so numerous they floated downstream and clogged the local water wheel. It was this victory at Valesdune where Guillaume first displayed his militaristic genius and demonstrated his fighting prowess. It was here that he established himself as the undisputed Duke of Normandy.
Right, that was our first taste of battle. And yeah, because of tutorial, it is a little bit easy at the start. But yeah, it's good to get to know the buttons and sort things out. And yeah, we're on our way to 1066, I'm sure this is. Battle of Hastings.
(1065), and Guillaume is marching west to deal with the last threat to his duchy, the Duke of Brittany-Conan d'Eu. Château de Dinan was a formidable fortress and would need an impressive army to siege its walls and bring down the keep. Guillaume entrusted the raising of such an army to his wife, Mathilde de Flandre, Duchess of Normandy. First, Mathilde would need to gather resources, a job for her loyal villagers.
Spero.
Resources were essential in constructing buildings and producing units, and could be found all across the land. But Mathilde knew the most important resource to begin gathering was food.
So like I said, this is the economical part with food, resource, you know, gold and stuff. But yeah, like I've started already on the gold, but yeah, I sort of know what I'm doing. But yeah, we will end up using all the resource around here. The trees, the gold, the food, and yeah, we will have to look for livestock as well eventually. But yeah, I am trying to jump the gun a little bit.
Food was key in recruiting villagers and military units. More villagers would be required if she was to raise a large army. To do this, she turned to her town centre, an important landmark where new villagers could be recruited.
So yeah, if you're not sure again guys, up in the top left corner it's got a little list. Establish your base or town, produce 2 villagers. Same again, I have a little bit of a brain fart, it's just trying to remember the buttons again. But yeah, it is pretty good once you get into it. It's just remembering the buttons, that's all. And yeah, I do like this kind of stuff. Where you grow your village, technologies,
could also construct a variety of
and
military
resources.
and economic
This is the
buildings.
kind of game I
Some
really
of these
like,
buildings were used to make resource
be honest.
gathering more efficient, such as the mill.
Yeah, it's got a bit of farming in it, it's got a bit of forestry, it's got a bit of everything in it, to be honest. But yeah, it's just remembering the buttons and certain steps.
Mathilde ordered
I will
construction
get
of
it
the
in
mill
the
close
end.
to the berry
Same as every
bushes,
game, it
as
takes
an
me a while to
alternative
remember
drop-off point for her
or get
villagers.
started, but once my brain clicks in again, then yeah, I'll be okay.
Next was wood, a key resource in the construction of many buildings and essential to the success of any town. Mathilde constructed a lumber camp close to a forest, a good source of wood. With a healthy supply of food, the village could start to grow. To do so, it would need more hands to share the work.
Right, yeah, so sorry guys, I talked over it just now. So basically we had to build a mill, which is where you put your food basically. Makes it a lot easier and a lot closer if you can do it to the bushes. But you can build like fields for crops next to the mill as well. The lumber obviously is close to the woodland, so
The town could no
you can
longer grow
cut
without
trees down
additional
and you deliver
homes.
it to the
Mathilde
lumber yard
ordered
or
her
lumber
villagers
mill.
to construct new
It makes
houses
sense.
to accommodate the growing
So yeah, we just
population.
grow the population now, and to add population, sorry I'm talking over it again, we had buildings which is like townhouses. So we had 2 of them, and I think it's 5 per house. If you look up at the top of the screen now, it's got all our resource, you'll see it's 10 out of 10. That's why it's in red. So until we build another house, I can't remember what the population, I think it's 5 per house, but I'm not sure. We'll see that now. So basically I'd need to build a house, sorry guys. Just rambling. Right, we'll find out now how much room that'll give us. Give us a population limit, I should say, if that makes more sense. And you can see there is a little bit of a write-up about it as well. Right, so that's took us up to 20. So actually it's 10 per house then. Oh cool, that's even better. Right, sorry if I keep talking over the old lady who's giving us all the instructions. So we had to build 2 houses anyway. Yeah, it's took us up to 30 now.
Further growth required knowing the countryside and finding more resources. For that, communities employed scouts.
Right then, so there is a load of people there, as you just seen, what was working on the berries, but we run out of berries now. So they will either go to something else themselves, or we need to set them to do something. But for now, we need to go and scout round for animals, and as you can see, the dark areas are now sort of being lit up, if that makes sense.
Able to move quickly and see great
But as we're
distances,
scouting round, you can
scouts
see
were
there's
key to
sheep
discovering new
all round the
resources.
map. But at the moment, we're stuck in this border. You can see the border, yellow border. So I'm probably going to speed this bit up, guys, because all I'm going to do is open up the borders a little bit and go and try and find as many sheep as I can, because that's going to be some more of our food. Because there was no more berries close to us, what I could see at the moment. But like I said, once you start opening up the map, it'll make more sense. I don't know what you call this. Is it a shroud or something like that? But as you can see, there is quite a few sheep scattered around. But yeah, this serves two purposes. We're opening up the map a little bit, and we're also scouting the area for enemies, and we're also looking for livestock. So yeah, there's a couple of purposes doing this. I'm sure there's a button where you can just press and he can just go on his own, and you just roam around the map, opening certain areas up. If I remember rightly, I can't remember now, I've played it for such a long time. Right, so we've opened up quite a bit of our area now, but as you can see, like I said, we're in like a yellow box at the moment, so it's like the edge of our land until the game opens up a little bit more. We're stuck just in this little area. Right, I'm sure that's the wrong building. I'm supposed to put them in the town centre, but I've clicked on them to the house. See the little crook symbol? I'm sure I'm supposed to do that in the town centre, to be honest. But yeah, I messed that bit up.
Escolto. Cavallo.
Mandements. Capere.
It was time for Mathilde to begin gathering the resource that ruled the known world: gold. Fortunately, a gold vein could be found nearby, and Mathilde set her villagers to work mining it.
So like I said, I did sort of jump the gun on that one. I did already start collecting. Oh, there's some more sheep there as well. And I'm not sure if we can fish this little stream as well. Like I said, I can't remember now. I'm sure you could on the other one. But yeah, I'm sure you can, but not 100%. I will have to play around again. Right then, so we need to build a gold mine. So yeah, economics and all that. It's not too hard either, to be honest. Pretty straightforward, like I said. Build a mine or collect from the stones. Wood, just collect from the trees. And food, either collect from animals, or like I said, we can do the mill and grow crops. Right, so now we need to construct a mine. Right, let's see if I can grab someone. Same again, I've got a little bit of brain fart now. My brain's thinking, what can I do next step? It's just remembering everything now. Right, let's see if I can grab him and build a mine. Makes sense, the closer you got it to the rock, the quicker they'll get the resource, if that makes sense, instead of travelling to the town centre.
With her food supply running low, Mathilde constructed farms to replace the depleted berry bushes. They would provide a constant supply of food.
So yeah, like I said, this is where the field comes into play now. And yeah, it's pretty straightforward, guys. As long as you get the resource, then yeah, it's every step is pretty self-explanatory, if that's the word. Right, let's see if I can grab a couple of ladies. Even though back in the day they would do any job. Right. Let's get another field. And there we go. that's another task done. But yeah, we're progressing all the time, and as you can see, we've learned a little bit of battlefield stuff. We've learned a little bit of economics now, how to keep surviving and expanding your village.
Quad fini. Ubi vado. Ascolto.
Like all great leaders, Mathilde made expert use of local government. They aided her in organizing the villagers and assigned them roles within the settlement.
Me. Laburo.
So this is quite a good feature, this is, where you can just select a bar, and as you can see, more food, and yeah, more resources you're actually going to need, and they'll automatically do that themselves now. Any worker, they do that task and sort themselves out, which is pretty cool. I do like that feature. Helps a lot, especially when you're worrying about different things. It's so easy just to sort that economic button. So at the moment our main priority is food, and you can see by the coloured segments what resources they're more going for. As you can see, it's split into 4 segments at the moment: food, wood, gold and stone. Right then, so now we need to upgrade, so we need to research a wheelbarrow, which is going to help us get more resource, or a lot quicker resource. So you click on the mill and it shows you the upgrade then. There we go.
Mathilde's small town was now thriving and ready to progress to the next age of prosperity. To mark the occasion and celebrate her villagers, Mathilde ordered the construction of a landmark.
Quad.
Same again, having a little bit of a brain fart moment then, couldn't see the buttons to save my life. But I don't think landmarks was in the game before this one.
A settlement to grow, granting
What was it?
access to
Age of
more
Empires?
complex
I think it was
buildings
2.
and veteran units.
But yeah, that was a good game as well. Love all the historical history events and all. Don't think I ever finished that. But yeah, you get William Wallace, and I'm not sure if that's on this one as well. Can't remember now. But yeah, I don't think these... Yeah, I can't remember whether the landmarks was in the other one. Right. It's like an extra technology tree. In the other one, it was literally technology trees where you have to upgrade your town centre. But I guess this works similar.
The town had grown from just a handful of villagers to a fully established settlement. Mathilde had erected a landmark, announcing to the land that this town was a blossoming settlement. It was the perfect platform from which to forge an army and launch a siege on Conan's castle.
Okay, I've probably bored you enough, guys. But if you like what you see and you want to see more, please let me know in the comments and I'll carry on with our journey. Thanks for your time as always, guys. Much, much appreciated. Bye.